The next situation, we're going to use right-handed batters for the next few situations. It's the same if it's a left-handed batter. It's just we're in the different alignment, right? We're in our left-handed batter alignment. So now let's say there's a runner on first base. You can see the little R on first. There's a runner on first base, ground ball to the left side. What do we want to do? Ball's hit to shortstop. So first base is going to cover first base. Catcher now is coming up in front of home plate. The catcher, when there's a runner on base, they don't want to run and cover an overthrow at first base. Why? Because then we have left home plate unoccupied. We've left home plate uncovered, which means the pitcher would have to come in, cover home plate. The catcher, when there's a runner on base, they just step in front of home plate. They also are responsible for telling people what to do on overthrows or when the ball's hit to the outfield, where it needs to be thrown, things like that. Okay. So the catcher steps up so they can see everything on the field. All right. Let's keep going. We have our right fielder making our way over to back up a potential throw at first base. They are still there in case there's an overthrow at first base. The second baseman's covering second base. Left field is over behind short in case it gets past short. Center fielder's doing the same thing in case it gets past left. Third baseman's covering third base. The pitcher in that roving position. Now, remember we said get the lead runner. So the shortstop can get the ball, they can run and they can touch second, or they can throw to the second baseman who's standing on second base. But we have to make a good throw, we have to make a good catch. In this situation, shortstop throws over to second, second throws over to first for hopefully a double play. Okay. So that would be a 6-4-3 double play because it was hit to the shortstop. They threw to the second baseman, who's the four position. They got one out. They threw to first base, which was being covered by the third position for the second out. So 6-4-3 double play. Here's what it looks like all together. Remember, we're not waiting on things to happen. We are moving all at one time. So the ball's hit to short, and we turn the 6-4-3 double play. All right, now, same situation, runner on first base, right-handed batter up, but let's say they hit over to the right side. So this time they're going to hit over to the second base. What is the second baseman position? It's the four position, right? So now, second base, come over, they'll get the ball, watch what everybody else does. First base kind of moves a little bit. You saw them sort of move over to second a little bit. When they realize they don't have a play on the ball, they go cover first, okay? And we'll talk about that a little bit more, how much range a first baseman has before they need to get back to first base. Because the most important thing, if the ball is not coming to them, is they are covering first base, okay? Catcher steps up in front of the plate. Right fielder moves over in case the ball gets past second base. Once they see second baseman has the ball, they go for a potential overthrow behind first, or if they are called off by the center fielder, because the center fielder will be covering that as well. You see the pitcher now moves over to cover a potential overthrow to first base. Shortstop is covering second. Third baseman's covering third. Center fielder has come over in case the ball gets past second. They are calling the right fielder off to let the right fielder know that the right fielder can go cover behind first base. The left fielder is coming over and they are in a position where, let's say the second baseman tries to throw to shortstop and it gets past, the third baseman or the left fielder have to get that. What we want is the left fielder to come get that, right? Because if the second baseman throws over or throws it past the shortstop, that runner who was started at first, they can round second, they can go to third, right? So we want the third baseman to stay at home. Or stay on their base, I should say. We want them to stay there covering their base so that we can have a potential throw and a play at third. All right. So that's why the left fielders comes over. The third baseman really wants to stay put unless they can take a few steps off of their base to get to it. All right. Then the second base throws over to short, who throws over to first. So that is a 4-6-3 double play because the ball was hit to the four position at second. They threw to the shortstop, who's the sixth position for the first out. They threw to the number three position, who was covering first for the second out. So 6-4-3. I'm sorry, 4-6-3 double play. Here's what it looks like all together with everybody moving at the same time. Ball hit over to second. Everybody's in position, and we can turn the double play. Okay. Next situation.